There are only 2 weeks left in the high school football regular season. Teams trying not to look ahead to that final game. Others playing for a conference title game tonight. We have the highlights and scores right now. Welcome to Week 9 of Football Friday, sponsored by Donato's Pizza. I'm Nathan Baker. Scores pouring in as always. Phone lines are open. Feel free to call in 262-1400 to report your team's final. Look for them on the ticker below. Senior night at Franklin. Wildcats hosting Brookville. That means Franklin star Luke Kennard, known for his basketball skills, but check him out here on the gridiron. Moving, gets out of the way of one, a few more, and scrambles, then chucks it to Jake Rydell, who's wide open. He goes to the end zone, 7-0. Franklin on top, Kennard doing that all himself. Brookville responds, though, in the second quarter. One of their workhorses, Adam Acklin, rips off a big run into Franklin territory. Then later in the drive, Rodney Roberts looking on as defense fails him. Inside the 5, Dylan Jones punches it in, ties the game 7-7. 1 minute left in the half. What would Kennard and Franklin do? They drive 50 yards in a minute, and Kennard caps it off with a pass to Ryan Roberts. Touchdown. Franklin goes on to win 41-15. Well, the turnaround at Miamisburg continues for a second straight season, and that's why the Vikes hosted tonight's Next Level Sports Center Game of the Week against Lebanon. Now, Miamisburg had a chance to make a statement last week. They flopped against Springboro. Still, they're in line to make the playoffs. Lebanon needed to win tonight and beat Springboro next week to advance to the postseason. Let's see what happened tonight at Miamisburg. Cheerleaders out. It was senior night for them as well. Opening kick. This is how you get it started. Cameron Snow of Miamisburg gets it. He goes untouched through the special teams of Lebanon. This is the first play of the game. 90-yard touchdown for Cameron Snow. I think we might see that one again later in the show. All right, now it's Lebanon's turn with the ball. Django Glacken. I just watched that movie. It's great. And this was a good film tonight as well from Glacken. 63 yards. Later on in the drive, they'd punch it in for a touchdown, so Lebanon would tie it 7-7. Lebanon back with the football. The band playing. I'm sure it's a sweet melody. Tanner Clark going to find Alex McCarty. This is a 45-yard hookup. He's going to go down to the Miamisburg 20-yard line. From there, it's going to be the quarterback keeper for Tanner Clark, punching it in. 1-yard touchdown, Lebanon up 14-7. Miamisburg trying to respond. On offense, it's Chris Young, the junior. Got a good future ahead of him. 30 yards to the house. Or to the 2, I'm sorry. They'd punch it in from there. It would be 14-14. So Lebanon looking to respond right back, and check out this pass and catch. Same hookup we saw earlier. Tanner Clark to Alex McCarty, and he just taps his feet in. They were working on that drill right before the game, and well, he made it work in game right there. First down from there. Guess who? Django Glacken. 31 yards. Lebanon would hold on in the second half and win 35-26.
We got that huge front line, so we just powered it behind them and let them do the work.
We're 7-2, and I don't think a lot of people would have had us there, but I tell you what, these kids, they battle on every play, and I'm proud to be their coach.
Well, big win for Lebanon. We'll see what they do against Springboro next week. Don't forget, you can find raw video from every game we got tonight, along with highlights, cheerleaders, bands, and more on fox45now.com under Football Friday. Well, every year Tippecanoe runs through their schedule, with all eyes always on the final 2 or 3 weeks when they play the other Central Buckeye Conference contenders. Tonight, unbeaten Tipp played one-loss Kenton Ridge, and next week they're going to play unbeaten Shawnee. James Ryder was there to see if Tipp is legit. James?
Yeah, Nathan, Tippecanoe has won by an average of 47 points per game. No teams come within 28 of the Red Devils. Kenton Ridge, they haven't been nearly as dominant with opponents. The two have in common. Home field advantage might count for something for the Cougars, who sit one spot behind Tipp in Region 10. Second quarter, no score. Ben Hughes, the Tipp QB, keeping it himself, picks up the first down. And it's one of our top 22 guys, Jacob Hall, lowering the boom for a 7-yard pickup. Later, it's more Hall. Tippecanoe's hammer takes it all the way down to the 1, and he got you that far. Might as well give it back to him. Hall punches in for a 7-0 lead. This one was all Tippecanoe, 35-7, the final. I'll be back later in the show with highlights from Northmont and Springfield. Nathan, your Thunderbolts were going for their 8th win in a row.
Feeling good about that one. Scores this season brought to you by Ford. Don't forget, they are updating live online at fox45now.com. It's week 9. All the games are huge. Only a few left for some. Piqua, they lose to Butler 31-14. Not the way they want to go into their rivalry next week against Troy, who was a winner 14-10. Fairborn, they beat West Carrollton 28-20. New Bremen falls to St. John's 48-12. Anna loses to the state champs Marion Local 14-3. Cedarville 56-8, a victor. Also, Clinton Massey, they won 42-7. Defiance beat Shawnee out of Lima 21-14. We had Eaton falling to Valley View 24-7. Bethel, big win for them, 35-16 over Ansonia. Arcanum 27-13. Bell Fountain beats Tecumseh 19-7. Well, a City League rivalry renewed for all the marbles. Coming up, Marshall against Dunbar. Thurgood's not a lock to return to the postseason. Their rival Dunbar looking to spoil it and steal the conference title. Plus,
I'm Jerry Brumfield. Get your Stebbins highlights on Football Friday.
but first, let's hear from the ladies. It's our Kids Are Tops cheerleaders of the week.
We are the National Champ Cheerleaders, and you're watching Football Friday.
All right, time for some music. It's the Band of the Week. Springboro Marching Band welcoming us back to Football Friday, sponsored by Donato's Pizza. The City League title on the line tonight, and a spot maybe for Thurgood Marshall in the playoffs. Win over rival Dunbar, they would likely secure both. Let's go to Welcome Stadium for this one. Thurgood and Dunbar. Dunbar thinking about an upset in this one. And looking good here. Didn't start off well for Dunbar. Clinton Allen gets the ball, but he's met. And then a few plays later, Clinton Allen gets the call again. He's taking it 50-plus into Thurgood territory. Big run for the Dunbar Wolverines, but Thurgood on 4th down, it's Mike Mills, breaks up a pass, Thurgood football. 3 plays later, Cougars' Daryl McCleskey takes it to the house, makes some Wolverines miss. Touchdown Thurgood. They were well on their way. Look at that run. Marshall winner tonight by a score of 49-0. Well, the fans were out in full force in the cold. Let's see who the Castle Roofing Siding and Gutter over-the-top fans of the week are. And it's the Springfield Shawnee Brave fans. They were all fired up. Look, Batman there with his hot chocolate, the Wheaties box there in the background. You got to love it. Look for our cameras on Friday nights. You could be our Castle Roofing Siding and Gutters fans of the week. Look, Jackie Moon was there as well, along with Robbie. All right, we still have more highlights to come, including Beaver Creek at Centerville.
Hey, I'm Arias Moore. Get your Beaver Creek highlights on Football Friday.
Thank you, Arias. Plus, we have 2 new games coming your way on ABC 22 at 11. Bellbrook at Oakwood. Plus, we'll also have Milton at Waynesville. Catch those games on ABC 22 at 11 on Football Friday. Time now for the Meyer Play of the Week. We go back to Miamisburg opening kickoff, and it's Cameron Snow of the Vikings taking the opening kick 90 yards to the house. That's one way to set the tone. Unfortunately, Lebanon would win, but Cameron Snow did provide the Meyer Play of the Week. Congrats, Cameron. All right, welcome back to Football Friday, sponsored by Donato's Pizza. Tippecanoe held up their end of the bargain tonight, but what about Springfield Shawnee? Braves looking to down Stebbins in hopes of setting up a 9-0 showdown for the CBC title next Friday. James Ryder was there for the Braves tonight. James?
Yeah, Shawnee's been in closer and closer games the last 3 weeks, from a 14-point win to 7, and last week the Braves barely beat Bell Fountain 34-33. Shawnee trying to reassert dominance as it welcomes 3-5 Stebbins to town. First quarter, Braves get it to Clay Phillips on the jet sweep, gets to the corner, and he scores 7-0 Shawnee. They get it back, this time top 22 player Jalen Nelson pounds it up the middle as the Braves take a commanding 14-0 lead. It's 21-6 when Shawnee has to kick off again, and check out Stebbins. Dwayne Parks drops it, scoops it up, makes one guy miss, runs into a crowd of jerseys, somehow gets out of it, breaks another tackle, and only the kicker is left to beat. No problem, looks like he's gone, but he stumbles at the 10, just shy. Next play, though, Mason Dyer scores his second touchdown of the night to make it 21-12, but Shawnee able to punch in another score with Salim Muhammad, and Shawnee, they just roll, winning 40-12. Northmont, they've won 7 in a row, trying to make it 8 tonight as they go to Springfield to face the Wildcats. Third play of the game for the T-Bolts. Graham Oberer, quick strike to Johnny Lowry. Senior to senior connection goes 58 yards and a Northmont touchdown. It's 7-0 Bolts. Next possession, Northmont marching down the field again. Ryan Smith finds the edge, then finds the end zone. 14-0 Thunderbolts. Springfield, though, would spring free for a big play when Jeff Wellington breaks free from several Northmont tackles, somehow, some way gets out of that pile and carries it inside the 10. However, the defense would stiffen from there. This one was all Northmont as they win 42-20. And we want you to be part of our coverage. You can send us your pictures on Instagram using the hashtag FF2245. We'll use them on our website and on our shows. And we've talked about our top 22 players throughout tonight and this season, brought to you by Dr. James Klosterman, MD. Every Tuesday night, I profile a different member of that group at 10:45 on the fourth quarter. Nathan.
Thank you, James. Jason and Donato's Pizza delivering new signature pizzas. Donato's Works, a founder's favorite, and the mariachi beef tonight, just so you can see what's available right now. Starting tonight, you can purchase any of Donato's 11 specialty signature pizzas for just the price of a large single topping pizza when you place your order online at donatos.com. That's over $3 in savings for a signature pizza only at Donato's Pizza. The difference is delicious. The difference is delicious, I can say. You can win a $50 gift card to Donato's Pizza right now. Just text Donatos to 45203. Winner will be contacted next week. Every text you send, you win a $5 coupon, so text now, win instantly. All right, Northmont had their eyes on Fairmont and Wayne, trying to set up a big Thursday showdown for the conference title game against Wayne. First quarter opening drive, Demetric Trice to Trey McFadden in the flat, first down Warriors. Later in the drive, McFadden shows great balance, spins, he's down the sidelines, pushed out at the 11-yard line. Wayne Warriors in business though. 2 plays later, Trice calls his own number. That's a good decision. Number 5 into the end zone. 7-0 Wayne on top. After a quick 3 and out, Wayne back with it. McFadden bounces outside. Going to be pulled down at the 3-yard line. Trice and McFadden, a good 1-2 punch along with this other guy. Trice to Tristan Davis. Wayne rolls 55-27. Big showdown with Northmont on Thursday night. How about Beaver Creek at Centerville? The Elks trying to come off 2 straight losses. They still got a shot at making the playoffs. Beaver Creek with the ball. Jared Waters finds some room around the side. Later, Centerville now with the pigskin. Michael Lunsford hits a wide open Nick Bazzo. That's a big pickup for the Centerville Elks to the end zone. Touchdown, Elks. Fans all dressed in pink, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Even the Elk looking good as always. Elk, they kicking off right there. Ball picked by Kalen King, who picks up some big yards here for Beaver Creek. Finally going to be brought down after he kind of weaves all the way back across the field. He's running for his life at this point, but they would have to settle for a field goal try. It is wide right. That would have been a big one because Centerville won by a score of 31-29. Tough win for the Elks. CJ at Carroll, Catholic clash tonight. Carroll looking to get a win. CJ already up 13-zip though, adding a 12-yard field goal by Spencer Deference. Carroll now with the football. 3rd and 6. Patrick Shiner drops back. He's smacked by Julian Elmore. Then check this razzle-dazzle play out. Jacob Harrison scrambles, makes a few miss, trying to wiggle free, gains about 9 yards, longest 9 yards of Jacob Harrison's life. He's really ran for like 40 there. After a CJ punt, Carroll's Kerry Sullivan, and the Sully takes it 30-plus yards for a touchdown, but it was CJ tonight, 37-25. Well, let's take one more look at those Ford scoreboards. Don't forget you can keep up with the scores online at fox45now.com. It's week 9. Got some big scores coming in. Trotwood, they're not a lock to make the playoffs by any means. They get a win 48-13. Springboro, they keep rolling 41-17. Minster, they won in double overtime 28-21 over Versailles. Bellbrook falls to Oakwood 49-14. We'll have highlights of that on ABC 22 at 11. Greenview a winner. Miami East, they roll 45-14. Salina falls to Kenton. Trotwood really needed Salina to pull the upset. Didn't happen tonight. We'll have highlights of that Waynesville-Milton game over on ABC 22 at 11. Waynesville a winner. Ridgemont falls to Upper Scioto Valley. How about Chillicothe making the show? 28-0. They knock off East Clinton. We also had Cincinnati Christian beating Lockland tonight by a score of 36-22. Rough season for Dayton Christian. They fall tonight 46-6 to Summit Country Day. Marion Local, the two-time state champs, a winner 14-3. And Butler beats Piqua 31-14. They're going to face off with Trotwood next week, both undefeated in conference for that conference title. Join us on ABC 22 at 11. We'll have 2 games you didn't see here, 11 games in all your scores. We'll see you there. Take care. Right now on Football Friday, it is week 9 and it is sponsored by Donato's Pizza. I'm Nathan Baker. Scores are pouring in. Phone lines are open. Call 262-1400 to report your team's final and look for them on the ticker below. Well, senior night at Franklin High School tonight. Wildcats hosting Brookville. That means Franklin star Luke Kennard, known for his basketball skills, but check out this. In trouble in the pocket. He goes that way. He goes this way. He's going the other way. And then he's going to throw it to a wide open Jake Rydell, and he is going into the end zone. Luke Kennard can do it all. Nice play by Rydell as well, finding space and getting open. Brookville trying to respond in the second quarter. One of their workhorses, Adam Ackland, going to rip off a big-time run into Franklin territory, about 15. Later in the drive, Brookville inside the 5. Dylan Jones punching it in, ties the game 7-7. 1 minute left in the half. What would Franklin do? Luke Kennard leads a 1 minute, 50-yard drive and caps it off by hitting Ryan Roberts into the end zone. Franklin a winner, 41-15. Sticking to that conference, Oakwood fans excited about this one. First quarter, Oakwood hosting Bellbrook tonight. Lumberjacks opening drive, Sam Falter up the middle, 6 yards. A couple plays later, Max Banky finds Nathan Irby on the slant, breaks a tackle into the end zone, 7-0 Oakwood. Bellbrook looking to answer. Alex Fryman can't find anyone, so he's going to run for about 15 yards, finally taken down. Later, Evan Clark takes the handoff around the corner to the 1 yard line. He's brought down. 4th and goal, Clark, they go for it, takes the pitch. Good decision. Score 7-7. Oakwood's first play on the next drive, though. Falter bounces through the hole. 77 yards later, Lumberjacks get it, and they would hold on from there, 49-14. Been a tough season for Milton Union. They were at Waynesville tonight, second quarter. Waynesville's Troy Black goes for pay dirt, but Milton's Blake Smith comes down with the interception. Later, Waynesville back with the ball again. Eli Raines forgoes the 4th and gets a first down. Later, Black chucks the ball back to Raines, who launches it deep to Brian Beimer for a touchdown. Waynesville into the end zone. Fans, got to get a little bit more pep than that. Come on, it's cold, but drink hot chocolate. Ramsey Skeens now finding a big hole, taking it to the 1 yard line. From there, Jeremiah Stillwell punches it in. Waynesville wins 31-7. Well, every year, Tippecanoe runs through their schedule with all eyes always looking on those final 2 or 3 weeks when they play the big boy opponents in the Central Buckeye Conference. Tonight, unbeaten Tip played 1-loss Kenton Ridge. Next week, they play unbeaten Shawnee. James Ryder was there to see if Tip is legit.
Yeah, Nathan, Tippecanoe has won by an average of 47 points per game, and no teams come within 28 of the Red Devils. Kenton Ridge, they haven't been nearly as dominant with the opponents the two teams have in common. Home field advantage might count for something for the Cougars, who sit 1 spot behind Tip in Region 10. Second quarter, no score. Ben Hughes, the Tip QB, keeping it himself, and he picks up the first down. Then it's one of our top 22 guys, Jacob Hall, lowering the boom on a 7-yard pickup. Later, it's going to be more from Hall. Tippecanoe's hammer takes it all the way down to the 1 yard line, and he got you this far. Might as well go back to him. Hall punches it in for the 7-0 lead. Tippecanoe Tippecanoe continues to roll, beating Kenton Ridge tonight 35-7. Shawnee looking to move to 9-0 and set up an undefeated clash for the CBC against Tip next week. Stebbins no match early. Shawnee trying to reassert that dominance, and they get going. Touchdown here, 7-0 Braves by Clay Phillips. Then top 22 guy, Jalen Nelson. He pounds it up the gut, and it's 14-0. Ensuing the kick when it was 21-6. Stebbins, Dwayne Parks drops it, picks it up, makes one guy miss, runs into a crowd of jerseys, breaks another tackle. I don't know how he got out of there. There's the broken tackle. Kicker to beat, no problem. Looks like he's gone, but the turf monster got him at the 10. They'd score on the next play, but it was all Shawnee after that. They roll 40-12 the final. Northmont has won 7 in a row, trying to make it 8 tonight as they are at Springfield to face the Wildcats. Third play of the game for the T-Bolts. Graham Oberer, quick strike to Johnny Lowry. Senior to senior connection, goes 58 yards and scores. It's 7-0 Bolts. Next possession, Northmont marching down the field. Ryan Smith finds the edge, then finds the end zone. It's 14-0 Thunderbolts. Springfield with spring free for a big play when Jeff Wellington breaks free from several Northmont tackles. He somehow gets out of the pile and gets down to the 10. However, the defense would stiffen from there. Northmont gets the win, 42-20. And don't forget, you can find raw video from every game we got tonight, along with highlights, cheerleaders, bands, and more on our website, abc22now.com, under Football Friday. Nathan.
Thank you, James. Northmont held up their end. Could Wayne do the same against Fairmont? Set up a big Thursday night showdown for the GWalk Central. This kid's good. Demetri Trice hits Trey McFadden in the flat. That's a first down for Wayne. Later in the drive, McFadden showing great balance, spins down the sidelines, pushed out at the 11. 2 plays later, Trice wearing that number 5 that Braxton Miller made so famous. And he looks like he represents it well as well. Into the end zone, Wayne had no problem tonight. They win 55-27. So Centerville coming off back-to-back losses, still a playoff team, but they looking to get a little momentum, and they did that against Beaver Creek tonight. Beavers with the ball. Jared Waters finds some room on his side, but Centerville would tighten up on defense. So Elks now with the ball. Michael Lunsford hits a wide-open Nick Bozzo. And Bozzo is gone. Centerville gets the win that they needed so badly. Barely, though. Still concerning, but they beat Beaver Creek tonight by a score of 31-29. Well, Donato's Pizza in Jason delivered one of the new signature pies. The Donato's Works. They got the founder's favorite, the mariachi beef. Tonight, just so you can see what's available, they brought it to us. You got 11 different specialty signature pizzas for Donato's. A large single topping pizza. You can get the same order, just $3 in savings there with a signature pizza. Also, that new Brick Street bread will be here next week. We're excited to try that. Go to Donatos.com to order right now. You can win a $50 gift card to Donato's Pizza right now. Just text Donatos to 45203. Winner will be contacted Monday. For every text you send, you win a $5 coupon. Text now, win instantly. Well, scores this season brought to you by Ford. Don't forget, they are updating live right now on abc22now.com. Let's see what some Week 9 scores we have already. Springboro, big win. They're going to take on Lebanon next week. That'll be a big one after that victory. Trotwood, they're going to need some help to get in the playoffs, but they did their part tonight, winning 48-13. Marion Local, the state champs, they won 14-3. Coldwater, coming off that Marion Local loss, they win 38-6. We got Eaton falling to Valley View. Fairborn over West Carrollton 28-20. My man Andy happy. Minster wins 28-21 in double overtime over Tiger Ball, and Sonia falls to Bethel 35-16. Arcanum beats Miss Valley 27-13, and Miami East to win over Bradford 45-14. Covington still unbeaten. They beat Natty Trail 42-0. Fort Loramie big win 54-zip over Perry. More scores online and on the ticker. Next level game of the week up next. Coming up, Miamisburg hosts Lebanon in a game that will go a long way in determining which one will make the playoffs. Plus,
Hey, I'm Beyonce Copeland. Get your Thurgood Marshall highlights on Football Friday.
but first, let's hear from those ladies. It's our Kids Are Tops cheerleaders of the week.
We are the National Champs Cheerleaders, and you're watching Football Friday.
All right, let's see who the over-the-top Castle Roofing Siding and Gutters Fans of the Week were. We go to Springfield, Shawnee, the Brave fans. Look at Batman there, the Wheaties box. Jackie Moon coming your way down the way next to Robin. Nice combo there. You could see our cameras and make some noise, unlike Jackie Moon there. You could be our over-the-top Castle Roofing Fans of the Night. Well, the turnaround at Miamisburg continues for a second straight season. Great things for the Vikes, and that's why tonight they were part of our Next Level Sports Center Game of the Week against Lebanon. Now, Miamisburg had a chance to make a statement last week. That didn't happen against Springboro. Still, they're in line to make the playoffs. Just barely. Lebanon, they needed to win tonight and beat Springboro next week for a chance to probably advance. Let's go to Miamisburg, see what went down between these two 6-2 teams. This is one way to start a game. Opening kickoff to the home team, Miamisburg, on senior night. Cameron Snow, 90 yards to the house. Mr. Snow to the end zone. 7-0, Miamisburg on top. All right, Lebanon now with the ball, and it's Django Unchained. Django Glacken, I had to say it. His name's Django. It's a great movie. 63 yards. He runs, and he is going to go. Finally knocked out of bounds. They would get a touchdown a couple plays later, tie the game 7-all. Nice run by Django. All right, Lebanon back with the football and back on the attack, this time through the air. Tanner Clark to his main target, Alex McCarty. McCarty goes 45 yards, drugged down from behind to the 20-yard line. Later on the drive, 1 yard out, Tanner Clark keeps it himself, punches it into the end zone, 14-7. This was a shootout early. Miamisburg trying to respond, and they do. The junior, Chris Young, he's got a bright future, had a big season so far. He's going 30 yards to the 2-yard line. Miamisburg would punch it in from there, tying it up 14-all. So Lebanon back with the football, and check out this pass. We were there for the tailgate at 6 and 6:30 tonight, and they were working on the tap your toes catch right inside the end zone. Here's McCarty doing just that on a 25-yard catch. Unbelievable. First down, and then it's going to be Django Glacken. 31 yards. Lebanon took care of business, 35-26.
We got that huge front line, so we just powered it behind them and let them do the work.
We're 7-2, and I don't think a lot of people would have had us there, but I tell you what, these kids, they battle on every play, and I'm proud to be their coach.
Great win for Sean and Lebanon. CJ Carroll, Catholic Clash. CJ already up 13-0. Here they're going to add a 22-yard field goal by Spencer Deference. That made it 16-0 CJ Eagles. Next Carroll possession, 3rd and 6. Patrick Shiner drops back, smacked by Julian Elmore. Check out this razzle-dazzle by Jacob Harrison, turning into quite the quarterback. This is going to be the longest 9-yard run of his life. He's just spinning away from Patriots, doing his thing with his legs. He'd finally be brought down. CJ would have to punt. Carroll's Kerry Sullivan, he'd take it for a touchdown, but CJ won the night 37-25. A City League rivalry renewed for all the marbles. Coming up, Marshall against Dunbar. Thurgood's not a lock to return to the postseason. Dunbar looking to spoil that. We got the highlights. Time now for the Meyer Play of the Week. It goes to Miamisburg's Cameron Snow. Started off the night with the first score, probably in the Miami Valley. Game kicked at 7. This was the first play, 90 yards to the house. That's your Meyer Play of the Week. City League Showdown, Thurgood Marshall against Dunbar. Dunbar looking to beat the Cougs. Didn't start off good for Dunbar, though. Clinton Allen gets the ball, met in the backfield by Michael Ferguson for a loss. A few plays later, Clinton Allen gets the call again. He's going to go 50-plus yards. They wouldn't get anything out of this drive, though. Marshall would get plenty, though, as they won 49-0. Check out those highlights and the rest on abc22now.com. Thanks to Jason and Donato's Pizza. We'll see you next week. Take care.